Hey guys, welcome back. Today we are playing Mortal Kombat 9, simply titled Mortal Kombat. I am playing the PC version. I got an Xbox One controller hooked up to my PC, and that's how I'm playing it. As I record this is the 10th anniversary of this game coming out, so I figured, you know what? This is a good time to continue my string of Let's Play Mortal Kombat videos of the older games. So I figured, what the heck? Might as well enjoy one of the older games here. So, also, before I start playing, if you like what you see, if you like this channel, please like and subscribe. And also, if you like this video, please share it, because I'm a very small YouTube channel and I'm trying to get it to grow, and I don't really show up on the recommended sections on the side or when you're searching for videos. So sharing this video definitely helps. So I'm going to start off by picking Scorpion here. And we'll just go ahead and pick medium. So this game, when it came out, it's a very interesting game because it was the 9th game in the series. Of course, story-wise, it takes place after 7, but also is a retelling of the first 3 games. 8, of course, is the one that had DC characters, so it's kind of non-canon. So the beginning of this, in terms of the story mode, is the ending of Mortal Kombat 7, or Mortal Kombat Armageddon. And then they kind of pull a Star Trek where, you know, like that J.J. Abrams' first Star Trek movie, where the ending of it kind of resets the timeline of the original 3 games, where you replay through the original 3 games, and it starts off kind of the same, but little changes happen here and there. And then in Mortal Kombat 2, or the Mortal Kombat 2 part of the timeline, a little bit more changes happen, and then by the time you play Mortal Kombat 3, or the Mortal Kombat 3 section of the story, the ending is almost completely different. Like, for example, in the original games, the character Smoke, who is a human, between Mortal Kombat 2 and 3, gets turned into a cyborg. Where in this, the character Sub-Zero instead gets turned into a cyborg. Like, we have Cyber Sub-Zero right here. Which is actually kind of cool. I actually really enjoy playing Cyber Sub-Zero. And of course, Mortal Kombat 9, it's easily probably the best, and definitely my favorite, but easily the best of all the non-arcade Mortal Kombat games, all the ones that come out after 4. Even though I talk about Mortal Kombat 11 a lot, because that's the modern game that people are playing, this one is definitely the better of the games. And of course, it's a remake. It's basically a remake of Mortal Kombat 1, 2, and 3. They went back to the 2D style of gameplay. Mortal Kombat vs. DC, also known as Mortal Kombat 8, it kind of went back to the 2D gameplay, but it still kind of had like a 3D plane, like you still kind of moved around on a 3D plane. This one went back totally 2D, even though it's 3D graphics. And of course, it's definitely mature in terms of the graphics and the content. You can see like the hanging dead body there. And I don't remember the fatalities here. It's been a very long time since I played this game. So let's start off with the classic fatality. This is a good one. This is, of course, the fatality in the very first Mortal Kombat game. Not a lot of blood, but it's got a burning corpse. Yeah, I mean, definitely, the cool thing about this is if you had never played any of the modern Mortal Kombats, but you played the original 3, and you're not quite used to like the combos, you never played this before, it's easy to pick up and kind of play it, even if you don't know any combos, because you can kind of figure out the special moves and kind of go from there. Of course, this game was definitely very mature, not just in the gore and the blood, but also the skimpy outfits for the female characters. And you'll see the boobs jiggling a lot. Definitely had good jiggle physics. And also, because it's a remake of the original 3 games, all the original characters from the first 3 games are playable. And of course, they cherry-picked a couple from the later games like Quan Chi and Kenshi and Quan Chi, Kenshi, and Scarlet. but also all the stages are the original stages as well. They're basically remakes of the original stages. And of course, this is the first game that did like the crushing blows or the fatal blows, like they call it in Mortal Kombat 11, but here they call them X-ray moves. And then as they made Injustice, they kind of made like an extension of that. So definitely pretty cool. I don't remember the combos very well. Since I'm so used to playing Mortal Kombat 11 now, it's been so long since I played this, so I'm not very good at this like I used to be. I used to be decent at it. I wasn't really good, but I was decent. I'm definitely better at Mortal Kombat 11 than I was at this. But this is definitely the better game. Of course, Scorpion's the easy character to play. Of course, it also did the amplify moves. Oh, I tried to pull it off there. Let's try it again. You can kind of amplify your special moves. And unlike Mortal Kombat 11, it just had one energy bar. Ooh, let's do a stage fatality. Oh, thought someone was coming home there. So, forward, up, up. Of course. Oh, so good. I actually got the audio going through the headset, so every time I see stuff, I keep thinking someone's behind me, like my wife's coming home from the gym or something. I usually don't play with headsets, I usually play with speakers, because I don't like headsets that much, but it's not too bad. Of course, all the stages are remakes of the original stages. I think I mentioned that already. Of course, Kenshi is another game that was, or another character that was added Mortal Kombat 5 and afterwards. But also, the controls in this game are a little easier to pick up. Like, in Mortal Kombat 11, this is kind of like my problem with Mortal Kombat 11, is you got your block, and then you got your stance, and your amplify, and this one is just block and switch stance, which doesn't really do anything, but block and throw. And you actually do a throw by just hitting the punch and the kick button. But of course, you got one energy bar instead of two different energy bars. So if they make Mortal Kombat 11, assuming they will, Mortal Kombat 11, if they make Mortal Kombat 12, assuming they will, and there's no reason why they won't, but I'm hoping they go back to simplifying the controls a little bit, because I think the controls in Mortal Kombat 11, they got a little carried away with the complexity of it. I mean, you look at like Tekken 7, even though they added, little more things here and there, the basic controls are the same in Tekken 7 than Tekken like 6, 5, 4, and whatnot. I think it's Tekken 7. Tekken 7 is the newest one, yeah. I didn't say Tekken 11, did I? I keep trying to throw with the wrong buttons because I'm used to Mortal Kombat 11. But if you ever watch some of the old esports videos of Mortal Kombat 9 and watch people play this professionally, it's really cool to watch. I love watching it. Of course, Scorpion is a real easy character to play. You just spear him or slice him with your sword, pop him up. There we go. Alright, let's find out, do another fatality here. Let's see. Split decision. Yeah, let's do this one. I remember this one being good. This is when they started to get a little more gruesome with the fatalities. And then Mortal Kombat X and 11, it just took it to a whole nother level. But anyway, I am going to restart the towers and switch characters real quick, so I will be right back. Oh, you're nice and quiet now. Now I'm taking you out for a walk. Alright, so one of the things that Mortal Kombat 9 did that they haven't really done since is like a tag battle. And I haven't played much of that, so I figured, you know, what the heck, no time like the present. So let's pick Kitana. And Cyber Sub-Zero. Pick his MK3 alternate costume. Even though he wasn't, Cyber Sub-Zero wasn't really in Mortal Kombat 3, it's that style of costume. And we'll just play on just average difficulty here. Of course, Mortal Kombat 9, like I mentioned earlier, is back when they were kind of experimenting with the Mortal Kombat 5, 6, 7, 8, trying to kind of discover its identity and kind of evolve with the modern fighting games. And this one, it went back to its roots a little bit with the 2D fighting. And this one kind of set the style for all the Mortal Kombats and Injustice games going forward, where it's back to that 2D style of gameplay. And I do not remember Kitana's long combos at all. But she has her basic moves. Fan lift. And of course her little flying across the screen thing. And I was actually pretty decent with playing Kitana online. Mainly just because of, like, you know, getting people sucker with that and that kind of thing. So, trying to play and talk at the same time. Do the X-ray moves. Ooh, nice and gruesome. Of course, we'll tag in my teammate here. Sub-Zero versus Cyber Sub-Zero. He kind of does a little flying jump kick there. But he also throws the ice bombs. I'm trying to remember how to throw the ice bombs. Kind of like how Cyrax throws his bombs, but he throws ice bombs instead. Let's see, back, back, A, and forward, forward, A, and back, back, forward, A. Alright. Yeah, tag battle on this is pretty good. It's too bad they haven't brought it back in future Mortal Kombats. But this game is definitely the best out of all the modern Mortal Kombat games, even though 11 is the one I play the most because that one has the active online community. But it really makes me wish that instead of making Mortal Kombat X and Mortal Kombat 11, if they would have just kept updating this game, you know, updating with the graphics and whatnot. But anyway, like Mortal Kombat 11 on the Nintendo Switch, it almost makes me wish instead of releasing 11 on Switch, if they would have instead released like an updated version of this game. But that's okay. Of course, spamming the fans. Yeah, I can do the slide too. What's the cool thing in the story is, if I don't know how familiar a lot of you guys are with the Mortal Kombat story, but the Sub-Zero that you play in this, because there's two Sub-Zeros. There's the older brother in the first Mortal Kombat, and then there's the younger brother who takes over Mortal Kombat 2, 3, 4, and so on, who eventually becomes Noob Saibot. Let's go to the finishers. Let's try fan opener here. Down, down, back, forward, Y. Oops, I messed that up. But anyway, in the story, when you first play as Sub-Zero, you're playing as the older brother. It's the same Sub-Zero that you pick. It's just like the younger one is an alternate outfit, same moveset. And then you play as the younger brother, and then you play as the younger brother as Cyber Sub-Zero. If I'm remembering that correctly, I hope so. Of course, I like to amplify the ice ball. Or the ice bombs, I mean. Yeah, I used to be pretty decent with the... combos on Cyber Sub-Zero, but like I said, it has been, gosh, a good 8 years since I've actually played this game on a regular basis. But I remember when the game came out, I was going to take some time off of work, like a good 3 days off, and I pre-ordered the game, picked it up. I was gonna buy like the special edition and whatnot, and then I ended up having to work like 11 days in a row. Like I was really busy in my family's business, so I didn't get to play it like I wanted to when it came out. But that's okay. And I remember when this came out, it was around the time that PlayStation 3's online, PlayStation Online, it got hacked or something. Got hacked, or the servers got hacked and shut down, where you couldn't play this online for like a month and a half. You couldn't play any PlayStation 3 games online for like a month and a half or 2 months. So even though a month beforehand, the PlayStation 3 got like an early demo or beta or something like that, a couple months beforehand, the Xbox was the only way to play this online. And I don't remember if the PC version came out at the same time or if it came out like a month or two later. But anyway. The game also came out on the PlayStation Vita. Of course, the PlayStation versions of the game, both PlayStation 3 and the Vita, have Kratos from God of War as an extra character. Oh, I hear Mako behind me. Kitty's relaxing. She got to go on a walk and stuff earlier. But anyway, when I bought this game, I actually pre-ordered it at GameStop. And I asked them if there was any special version of this game that was coming out, you know, like something pricey. And they're like, oh yeah, you can pre-order the version that comes with the bookshelves. Like, oh, is that the only special edition that they're... Oh, try and do the special move. Oh, that's right, he does the jump kicks. He does it with a jump kick. But I remember asking GameStop when I pre-ordered it, it's like, oh, is there any other version? Is this like the best version to buy? I'm like, oh yeah, pre-order this one. It's the only version to come out that's any kind of special edition. And it had like the little bookshelves like Scorpion and Sub-Zero. And they did not tell me, I don't know if the guy didn't know about it, or if it didn't show up in their computer or what, but they did not tell me about the special edition that came out with the arcade fighting stick, which I actually have 2 of those now. Another reason why I hate shopping at GameStop. Bunch of idiots, but oh well. And let's go ahead and do the pit fatality here. Try and remember what it is. Stage fatality, forward, down, down. Let's see if I got one handy. Yeah, I got one handy right here. Give me 1 second. Yeah, here I am making all the noise in the background. This is a little dusty, but this is actually the Mortal Kombat arcade fighting thing that you could buy for Xbox 360 or PlayStation. And if you open it up inside, I mean, the buttons are all arcade quality here. Try and make sure this actually gets on camera. But all the buttons are arcade quality. And I wish I had picked it up back in the day. This one here actually has a little bit of issues with some of the buttons. So I don't know if I need to take apart. It's not the face buttons. It's like the little the trigger buttons up in the corner. But I end up every time I come across one of these and I see it for really cheap, I usually buy it. I got a couple of them, and the reason I do that is because the arcade joysticks and the buttons, they're actual arcade parts, and it's actually cheaper to buy those and reuse those from my Mortal Kombat 3 machine that I have than it is to buy actual arcade parts. Try and do the X-ray move. Oh, there it goes. But I actually didn't use the arcade joystick too much in terms of the actual game. And the main reason why is because the uppercut used what was the equivalent of high kick instead of high punch. So it was slightly different to kind of go from playing the original Mortal Kombat to playing this with the arcade stick. But it's also around the time that they re-released the original Mortal Kombat on 360 and PS3. So I ended up playing it a lot on that. But anyway, we'll go ahead and try a different character real quick, just to kind of mix it up a little bit. Actually, it's back. Yeah, we'll do Cyrax. And we'll do... Let's see, Ermac or Reptile. Let's do Reptile. Actually, I think some characters got a Mortal Kombat 3 variation costume. Yeah, like Sub-Zero does Mortal Kombat 1 and Mortal Kombat 3, and I think Ermac does a Mortal Kombat 3 costume. Nope, he just does MK1. Or MK1, MK2 variation. What about Melina? Let's do Melina. Of course, like I said earlier, all the female characters have very skimpy outfits. Of course, Cyrax from Mortal Kombat 3, when Mortal Kombat 3 came out, he was a very popular character. I don't remember how it throws net in this one. It's a little bit different than it is in Mortal Kombat 3. Net, forward, forward, or back, back, A. Okay. In Mortal Kombat 3, it is back, back, B. So yeah, you can not know the combos, but you can kind of pick up the special moves and still play pretty well and enjoy the game pretty good. But if you ever watch any of the old esports of this game on YouTube, they're definitely really good to watch. Let's go ahead and switch to Melina. So yeah, her special moves are almost spot on to Mortal Kombat 2 and Mortal Kombat 3. The button to do her teleport kick and her ball thing are a little bit, they're actually different buttons, but the movements are the same. Let's see, what's her projectile? Side blast, back, forward, X, okay. Cool X-ray move. And X-ray moves were a little simpler. Yeah, they definitely made the boobs a little more oversized in this. That's okay. There are no heterosexual male gamers that were really complaining. It's weird because whenever they re-release a game, like I saw this in Mass Effect, where they're cutting some of the scenes where they kind of like not zoom in, but you know, kind of the camera's on like certain angles on the female characters, where they're kind of cutting back on that a little bit. Like they're saying the over sexualization of female characters, which the target demographic for video games, when games like this, and even before like late 90s, early 2000s, the target demographic was 18 to 24-year-old males, or you know, just kind of in that age group. Not that, you know, older, younger people didn't play, not that females didn't play, but that was like the target demographic. So that's kind of changed a little bit, but it's I always find it weird to see people defending not so much the censorship, but kind of cutting back on it like it is censorship. And I'm old enough to remember Mortal Kombat 1 and 2 when it first hit the arcades and the home consoles. I was in junior high around that time. So when the backlash came out, gamers were very upset because of the censorship of it. It's like, well, if you have a problem with it, don't let your kids play it. Where now, gamers are kind of like almost defending it in a way. So it's kind of weird for me to see that. But alright, let's go to the move list and see what the fatality is. Does it have a stage fatality? Oh, and babalities, where you turn the characters into babies. Buzzkill. 4 down, 4 back, Y. Alright, let's try that. 4 down, 4 back, Y. Oh, this will be good. Oh, it's awesome. But yeah, I mean, anyway, that is Mortal Kombat 9. That is the 9th game to come out in the core series. That's, of course, if you don't count Mortal Kombat Sub-Zero Mythologies and that horrible Special Forces game, and also the Shaolin Monks game. So, yeah, let me know what you think about Mortal Kombat 9. Is it your favorite in the series? Is it your favorite in terms of like the non-arcade ones or any of the modern ones? Or do you think the characters were, like the female characters, they kind of exploited their sexuality a little bit? Do you actually defend them kind of going back on that and covering up their skin, or do you think it's not that big of a deal? Also, if you like this video, please like and subscribe. Again, my channel is a kind of lesser known, smaller YouTube channel. It doesn't really show up in the recommended feeds a lot, so if you could help share this video, if you like it, of course, if you like it and you share it, that definitely helps out this channel. Please let me know what you think in the comments below, and I will see you guys in the next video. Thank you for coming to my video. If you would like to help my channel grow, please like and subscribe, and please click on this little bell icon so you never miss a future video.